Hello and welcome to this 45-minute full body yoga routine. This is a daily practice, which means it will include the essential postures for your everyday practice, and it's accessible for all levels, which means there will be options to make some of the more challenging poses more accessible. I do recommend having some props, a block and a pillow or something similar that you can find around your house. And when you're ready, we'll begin in child's pose. So if you do have sensitive knees, you might want to pad them with your pillow. You can either keep your knees together or open them apart. Then walk your hands forward, reaching as far forward as you can, and then lower your head to rest on the mat. And as you rest your head, as best you can, relax your body here. And we'll take the next 5 breaths, breathing in deeply through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. Final breath in. Exhale out. Then come up onto hands and knees, our tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Then start to move through a figure of 8 to warm up the wrists. So moving forward, sending the weight into the fingertips, and then moving back to bring the weight into the heels of the hands. You can move as fast or as slow as you like. It's just about setting the wrists up to take the weight for the practice. Okay, then coming back to tabletop, turning the fingers to face the sides of the mat now, spreading the fingers apart, rock to the right, and then to the left. If you'd like to take this a little further, as you lean your weight into one hand, hover the opposite hand off the mat and focus on pushing the floor away. And then switch. Once more to each side. And coming back into tabletop. If your wrists are feeling a little sensitive now, take a moment to roll each wrist out to complete our wrist warm-up. Then we'll move through cat-cow. So with your inhale, arch your back. Open your chest, look forward. As you exhale, round your spine. Push the floor away, bring chin to chest. Inhale, arching the back for cow pose. Exhale, rounding the back for cats. Continue flowing with your inhale and your exhale. Now is a great time to bring your focus to your breath. Perhaps even finding your ujjayi, that oceanic sounding breath. One more inhale, cow pose. Then exhale, cat. Then come back to tabletop. Keep the right knee where it is, straight in the left leg. And you can keep the toes on the mat for now. Then reach the right hand forward again, keeping the right fingertips on the mat. Look down for balance. And then we'll lift left leg and right arm, coming into a balance. Focus on reaching from the right fingertips to the left toes, creating one long line. We'll pause for the next 3 breaths, in and out through the nose. Final breath in. This time with your exhale out, bring elbow to knee, crunching the body in. Inhale as you extend arm and leg. Exhale, elbow to knee. 3 more times. Move at your pace. On the last one, bring elbow to knee and hold there. Bring the body into a tight ball. We'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Return to tabletop. Give the left wrist a rest and the right knee. And we'll switch sides now. So extending the right leg, toes stay on the mat for now, and extend the left arm. When you're ready, lift the arm, lift the leg. Focus on pushing away from the floor as we hold. 5 breaths here. If you feel yourself sinking, keep pressing through the right hand. Final inhale. With your exhale, bring elbow to knee. Think of bringing your body into a ball. Then extend, reach the arm and leg away. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. 3 more rounds. Inhale and exhale. On the last one, you'll bring elbow to knee. Pause here, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Return to tabletop. Good. Then tuck your toes, hover your knees off the mat, about 1 inch or 2. Gaze down and focus on pushing the floor away. Knees can always come down anytime you need, but as best you can, try to stay with me as we build heat here. Deepen your breath. Embrace your core. Last 3 breaths. Last 2. Last breath in. Good. Exhale, knees come down. Bend your elbows, lower chest and chin. Then with control, slither forward like a snake to lie down on your belly. Keep your hands next to where the rib cage is. Inhale, lift your chest and roll your shoulders back. The hands are here just for guidance. So if you're really pushing through the hands, ease off and focus on using the strength in your back to lift your chest. Pause for 1 more breath here in cobra. With your breath out, push back to tabletop. Then extend the legs, finding plank. So you could experiment with how far away your hands and feet are. If you notice your hips are really high, it might be you need to walk your feet further away, or it might be that you need to squeeze your glutes and tuck your tailbone to bring the body into more of a diagonal line. Knees can always come down at any time, but as best you can, try to stay with me for the next 5 breaths. I'll make these ones quicker 5 breaths as I know plank is hard. Last 2 breaths. Last one. You can either do knees, chest, chin, or lower down through chaturanga this time. And again, knees could come down. As you lower down, inhale, coming through to cobra. Again, using the strength in your back to lift. Pause for a breath in. Exhale out, push all the way back to downward dog this time. So sending the hips high, pushing the weight back towards the feet. Don't worry about the legs or the heels right now. Just try to focus on lengthening through the spine. Gaze in between your legs. Hold for a deep breath in. And an audible exhale, sighing out. Good. Look forward and take baby steps to walk the feet forward. You can bend your knees and maybe even come up onto the fingertips to make this easier as you step forward. Then keep that bend in the knees as you fold. Take hold of opposite elbow and we'll sway side to side in ragdoll. So just like you're letting your body hang out here like a ragdoll. And release hold of their elbows. With an inhale, straighten your legs, lift your chest halfway. Fingertips could be down on the mat for support or hands could come to thighs. Then exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, step to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, you could do knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga as we lower down. This time, option to come back to cobra or press through to upward dog, rolling onto the tops of the feet. Arms are straight here, thighs are off the mat. Pause for a breath in. Exhale back to downward facing. Starting to move a little bit quicker now as the practice shifts gear. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Keep the hips level. Exhale, bring knee to nose or as close as you can. Inhale, lift the leg up, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, knee to nose again or as close as you can. One more time. Inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, bring knee to nose. Think of rounding your body like a ball, like we practiced. Push the floor away and step between your hands. It's okay if you need a couple of steps together. Once you're here, inhale, arms up, high lunge. Steady your breath as you focus your gaze ahead of you. Then focus on spreading the toes of the front foot wide so you can grip the mat with your toes. Create more stability through the front leg. You could also do the same with the back foot. With your next inhale, twist to the right, and you can wrap the right arm behind your back, reaching for your waistband of your t-shirt, and reach the left arm up. So you might start to feel a little bit more of a pull all the way down the left side of the body as we twist and hold. 3 more breaths. Final inhale. Exhale, lower the left hand down to the mat or a block. Reach the right arm up, and you can turn your gaze to look up to the right fingertips. If you're needing support here, lower the back knee down. And without forcing your twist, with each inhale, slowly turn the chest to the right. And with each exhale, pause as you are. So you're guiding yourself breath by breath into position. Last breath in here. Exhale out. Lower the right hand down. Step to plank. Push the floor away. Hold for a breath in. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And in both poses, roll the shoulders back. Draw your chest forward. Inhale. Exhale back. Downward facing. Good. Second side, inhale, left leg lifts. Keep the hips level. Exhale, knee to nose or as close as you can. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Last one, inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. We'll slow it down now as we really push the floor away. Try to create space to step the foot into. It's okay if you need to heel toe the foot forward. Inhale, arms up, high lunge. Then be where your feet are for a moment. Focus on gripping the mat and focus your gaze on one spot. With your next inhale, twist to the left. Left arm will wrap behind you, reaching for your waistband of your t-shirt. Right arm reaches up. See if you can feel length down the right side of the body. Then deepen your breath here. Take a final breath in. With your exhale, right hand comes down to the mat or a block. Left arm reaches up as you twist to the left. Again, you could lower the right knee down for more support here. And without forcing the twist, guide yourself breath by breath, slowly turning the chest to the left. Gaze could be up at the left fingertips. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, left hand comes down, step to plank. Inhale here, push the floor away. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, moving slowly with control. Inhale to find your back bend of choice. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Pause for the next 5 breaths here. Now you're a little bit warmer. You may find that you can make some adjustments to your downward dog. Maybe straightening the legs a little bit or grounding through the heels. Keep the gaze focused on the big toes or in between the legs. Final breath in. Exhale out. Then looking forward, this time you could step or hop to the top of the mat. And fold all the way forward here. And again, we might be a little bit warmer, so you might find that you can straighten the legs. Maybe even catch hold of the backs of the legs or big toes to draw yourself in to your Uttanasana forward fold. Slow down the breath, coming back to your Ujjayi. Good. Final breath in position. Inhale. Exhale. Then round your spine. Inhale to slowly roll up. Good. Then turn to face the side of the mat. Step the feet apart into straddle. So about 3 to 4 feet between the feet. Turn the right foot out so your heel is in line with the bridge of the left foot. Open the arms into a T shape. Setting up for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Start by engaging the legs. Drag your feet towards one another. You should feel the inner thighs switch on. Then inhale, right arm reaches forward. Exhale, lower the hand down. It could be to your leg or it could be to a block. Just placing it on the inside of the foot. Left arm reaches up, turn the chest open. Then find stillness in position. Instead of forcing yourself to go deeper, just be where you are. 5 breaths here. Last breath in. With your breath out, slowly lift up. Try to keep the feet exactly where they are, maintaining balance. Good. Wrap the left arm behind the back. Flip the right palm. Inhale, right arm will lift up as you lean back. You choose how far you go. It can be challenging for the balance. Focus on gripping the mat with the feet. 5 breaths here in our reverse triangle. Last breath in. Exhale out. Slowly return to your straddle. Resetting the right foot. And we'll switch to the left side. So left foot turns out. Heel is in line with the bridge of the right foot. If having your block helped you last time, place it just on the inside of the left foot. Then open the arms apart. Engage the legs. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, lower your hand. It could be to your leg or your block. Right arm reaches up. Turn the chest open. And find stillness here. Just focusing on your inhale and exhale. 3 more breaths to go. Final inhale. Exhale, we'll slowly lift up with control. Right arm wraps behind the back. Flip the left palm. Inhale, reach the arm up as you lean back. Moving slowly with control. Find a place where you can be still and come back to your breath. Final inhale. Exhale and return. Reset the left foot, setting up for a straddle. And then you can start with the hands at the hip creases. Inhale, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, hinge from your hip creases and fold forward. As you fold, you could always keep a little bend in the knees. Hands could also come down to the mat now, or a block if you're working with one. Then relax your chin to your chest. Deepen your breath. For those that would like to take this further, you could start walking the hands through the legs, creating a tripod base for your tripod headstand. Maybe even working towards bringing the head down to the mat. This could be as far as you take it. If you would like to invert, shift weight into your head and hands. Focus on pressing through the hands to take the weight out of the head, and then slowly lift the legs with control. Finding a straddle headstand, 5 breaths here. At the end of your 5th exhale, lower the legs back down. Then bringing hands back to the hip creases. Inhale, slowly stand back up. Good. Step the feet together now. If you do need some assistance with balance, you might want to go over to a wall. If not, stay where you are. Then bend the right leg, open out the knee so the the thigh bone externally rotates. And you could rest the foot against your lower leg for vrikshasana tree pose, or below the knee, or above the knee. Choice is yours. If you feel that your foot is slipping down your leg, focus on pressing the foot against your leg and your leg against your foot. Ooh. Bring your hands together in prayer, and we'll pause here. 5 breaths. Focus on standing tall, pressing through the grounded foot, lifting from the crown of the head. Final breath in. Exhale out. And come out with control. If you need to roll out your ankle to reset, please do. And then we will switch sides. So bending the left knee, open the knee out, externally rotate the thigh. And you can either rest the foot against your, just above your ankle, or above or below the knee. Remembering to press against the leg and the leg against the foot. Find a placement for your hands. Focus your gaze. Come back to that place of focus. 5 breaths. And release. Rolling out the right ankle if needed. Then step to the top of your mat. And relax your arms by your side, finding Tadasana. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to step the left foot back and lower your knee for a low lunge. If you have sensitivity, I recommend placing a pillow underneath the knee. Then reaching the arms up, inhale. Clasp your hands together, interlace your fingers, and then flip your palms open. And as you exhale, draw your arms back, so encouraging the whole front of the body here to open. If you'd like to take this a little further, you can start finding a back bend, so looking up as the arms draw back and the chest opens. 5 breaths here. Last breath in. Exhale out. Lower the hands down. Shuffle your front foot forward to extend the leg and find half split. Flex the foot, and you're looking to press the heel down to engage the leg. You can also keep a slight bend in the knee if it helps. Then option to keep your chest lifted or fold forward. This can be quite intense, but it's a great opportunity to come back to your breath. To focus your attention on the breath instead of the sensations in the body. Final breath in. Exhale out. Rebend the front knee. And edge the foot to the right side to create space for a lizard lunge. So your hands should be on the inside of the right leg. If you'd like to take this a little further, tuck the back toes, lift the knee. And hands could stay on the mat, or you could come down to your forearms, or maybe even your block. 5 breaths here. Good. Come back up onto your hands. Open out the back foot. And then turn the right foot to an angle. So toes point to the corner of your mat. Start sinking your hips towards your right heel. This might be as far as you take it, keeping the left foot planted as it is. If you would like to take it further into skandasana, spin the left foot so the heel presses down, toes point up, and you may find that you have a little bit more room to sink the hips into. If your heel is lifting, that's okay. You could always place a block underneath for support like so. Then we'll pause for the next 5 breaths here. Hands could always come to prayer. Final breath in. Exhale out. Turn to face forward. Step to plank. Inhale here. Exhale. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale through to your back bend of choice. Exhale back to downward facing. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, step or hop forward. Folding all the way forward here. Then with an inhale, lift the chest halfway. Hands could be on the mat or come to thighs for support. Exhale, step the right foot back. Lower your knee for low lunge, patting the knee if needed. Arms up, inhale. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms. Exhale, draw the arms back, starting to find a little bit more of a back bend. You decide how far you take it. Maybe even looking up now as you encourage the arms to draw back and the chest to open. Last 2 breaths here. And bringing the hands down, edge the front foot forward, straighten the leg for a half split. Flex the foot so that you press the heel down, engaging the leg. You could always find a little bend in the knee. Then option to fold forward, deepening your half split. And if it does start to feel quite intense, perhaps your mind's racing, come back to your breath. Final breath in. Exhale out. Rebend the front knee and edge the foot to the left side to create space for lizard. Hands come onto the inside of the leg. Option to lift the back knee. And you could either stay up supported by your hands or come down to the forearms. Maybe even placing a block under the forearms to meet you halfway. 5 breaths here. Come up onto your hands if you're down on your forearms. Then open out the back foot and turn the front foot to face the top corner. So it should be the opposite corner of your mat. So now we find a side lunge position. If you would like to venture into skandasana, spin the right foot open. So toes point up, the heel presses down, and you may find that you can sink the hips a little bit more towards the left heel. If your heel is up, remember you can place a block underneath. We'll pause for 5 breaths. Final breath in. Exhale out. Turn to face forward, step to plank. Pause here. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale to find your back bend of choice. And this time with your exhale, push back to tabletop. And from your tabletop, spin around to find a seated position. Bend your knees and rest the hands under the backs of the knees to begin. Then sit back until you feel your abdominals engage to hold you in position, trying to keep the back fairly neutral. Lift the legs to find Paripurna boat pose. If you'd like a little more here, extend the arms. There's also the option to extend the legs. 5 breaths here. Final breath in. Exhale out, bend your knees, lower your feet down. Good. Place your hands behind you. The fingers can either point towards the toes or you could turn your hands out. This really depends on whichever feels best for you. This one works better for me. Then pressing through the hands and the feet, lift the hips, coming into reverse tabletop. So we're trying to bring the hips to knee height. And you could either stay looking down the length of your body or tip your head back to gaze up. Focus on pushing the floor away. 5 breaths here. One more breath in. Exhale, lower down with control. Good. Then coming to lie down on your back. Keep your legs as they are. So feet should be fairly close to your hips with the knees bent. You can relax your arms either side. And then press through your heels. Lift your hips coming into bridge. Squeeze the glutes so that you're using the strength of your glutes and also your hamstrings, not just your lower back, to lift here. Option to stay 5 breaths with both heels on the mat, or a little different, you could lift the heels up coming onto the balls of the feet. Really pressing through the balls of the feet for the next 5 breaths. Final inhale. Exhale. If your heels are lifted, lower them down and slowly roll down the back. So we lower the upper back, the mid back, the lower back, all the way down. Your spine might need time to settle, so we'll just remain in stillness, and you can knock the knees together, relaxing the arms by your side, maybe even closing the eyes for the next 5 breaths here. Okay, If your knees are knocked together, bring them back in parallel so they're in line with your heels. And we'll take one more bridge. You could either do heels down or heels lifted, or if you've got the energy and it's in your practice, join me into wheel. So lift into bridge, place your hands above your shoulders, fingers point to the feet. Then press through your hands so that you can lift your head off the mat and roll onto the crown of your head. This might be as far as you take it. If so, keep pressing through hands and feet to take the pressure off your head. If you would like to go all the way, press through your hands and feet, lift the head up. Then you may feel like your hands and your feet are a little far away, so you could always make some adjustments here, aiming to have the hands under the shoulders for more stability. 5 breaths here. Last breath in. Exhale, come out with the same amount of control you came in with. Bend your arms, lower your head, then roll onto the back of your head and roll down your spine. And again, we'll take time to let the spine settle, so no sudden movements. But this time we will edge the feet out as far as the mat, like as wide as the mat, and knock the knees in, so a little bit more internal rotation for the thighs. Hands could rest on belly or by your side. Start to slow down your breath now as the practice shifts gear and we move towards the restorative part of the practice. Just really focusing on giving the body chance to relax. Extend the left leg and hug the right knee into your chest. And you could start by rocking the knee from side to side, just gentle movements to the right and the left. And then draw the knee across your body to the left side, coming into a supine twist. If you find your knee is hovering in the air and you'd like a little more support, place your pillow underneath your knee so that you can really relax here. Open your arms into a T shape and then turn the head to look to the right to complete our twist. So the spine, the upper body and lower body are twisting in opposite directions. Release your twist and straighten the right leg. Then hug the left knee into your chest. And we'll start by rocking a leg gently side to side a few times. Then draw the leg across the body to the right side, again placing your cushion underneath your knee for support. Extend the left arm out to the left side, turn your head to look to the left to complete our supine twist. Closing the eyes if they aren't already. Release your twist and lie down, finding shavasana. If you have any lower back discomfort here, I recommend keeping your knees bent, placing a pillow underneath your legs, and this might help. Then make any other adjustments you need so that you can be still for the next few minutes here, so that you can let your body completely relax and your energy restore. Bring your awareness back to your space. Gently move your fingers and toes. Hug your knees into your chest and roll onto your side. And then when you're ready, join me back in a seated position. Just keeping the eyes closed for now. As you settle into your seat, relax your shoulders and savor how you're feeling right now after practice. We'll finish by taking a deep breath in and an audible breath out. Starting with an inhale. Exhale to let it go. And open your eyes when you're ready. Thank you so much for your time and energy. I hope that you enjoyed this practice. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.